And welcome to Sports This Morning on a lovely Tuesday. We are happy and excited to be here to give you sports across the world. We'll take you on a trip. We'll make brief stops in Nigeria, in Turkey. We'll go back to Brazil, even though the FIFA Confederations Cup has ended. And of course, we'll come back home, talk about football, the Super Eagles, the home-based Super Eagles preparing for the crucial Africa Nations Cup qualifier against Cote d'Ivoire. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the bidding cities for the 2020 Olympics. The IOC is meeting, and of course, all of those cities, putting finishing touches, presenting their bid to the joint session. So we will look at that. And of course, when we are through with all of that, we will focus on tennis. The Grand Slam, the third Grand Slam of the year, currently going on, a whole lot of upsets. But we're going to look at what happened yesterday and what is likely going to happen today. And today's day 9 of Wimbledon. So we'll try and see what is happening. And of course, we'll bring you pictures from yesterday. World number 1, Serena Williams, crashed out. It's no longer news. Our conqueror, Sabine Lisicki, reacted to her victory. And even Serena had one or two things to say about shock loss to Sabine Lisicki. And so we'll take all of that. And in between all of those things that I've said, we will also look at the papers, see if there's anything to smile about this morning. All right, let's go straight into it. My name is Yemi Adebayo, and let me welcome my partner on the show, Olumide Awolowo. Olumide, good morning.
It's great to be here once again, especially on a day where the Flying Eagles are going to be playing a very, very crucial game in their bid to be successful at the ongoing WYCR. It's good to see that this summer hasn't taken all the sporting activities away. We still have lots of competitions going on ahead of the new season.
All right. Some years back, you would never dread the prospect of Nigeria crashing out in the second round of a FIFA Under-20 World Cup. But this time, with what we've seen, it wouldn't come as a surprise if that happens.
Yeah, definitely it won't, as a result of our nonchalance in some departments and our tactical indiscipline, also in some very key areas of the team. Well, I feel we still have the quality to go through the quarterfinals. I'm pretty optimistic. Okay,
well, let's see how far our optimism will take us. Of course, our hearts and mind with the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. They will be doing battle in Istanbul today, the Turkish capital. They will be taking on their counterparts from Uruguay. So we're wishing them all the best. But that's it on your screen. In case you still don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the FIFA Under-20 World Cup round of 16 fixtures. Some of these matches will be played today and some tomorrow. But you have Spain take on Mexico, Greece take on Uzbekistan, Nigeria will take on Uruguay, France will take on Turkey, Portugal will try African representatives, Ghana, 4 sides. These are 5 of the fixtures. We have some other fixtures. Iraq still in it, Paraguay still in it, and a whole lot of interesting fixtures thrown up. And hopefully, Croatia will take on Chile, Colombia will take on Korea Republic, and Iraq will take on Paraguay. For me, Iraq is the surprise team of this tournament.
Yeah, the surprise package this time around, no doubt about that. They've proven a lot of people wrong, despite the problems going on in the country. They're still pretty solid on the pitch, and it's good to see. Really, we need more of this sort of teams too.
Some few years down the line, the senior team were Asian champions, the Iraqi senior team, some few years ago. So it just shows that these guys, well, even though we can't say they don't have any sort of pedigree, but of course they love the game. But let's dwell on Nigeria a little. You said we have it in us. A lot of people would not agree with you. But maybe I should ask you the reason for your optimism this morning. You feel that we can defeat... I mean, we're trying to break the South American jinx. It's always difficult for us at this level against South Americans.
Yeah, the reason for my optimism is solely because of the chemistry really going on between the strikers. They've really built a very strong partnership and team spirit as well.
Some sort of telepathic understanding, even though it doesn't cover the whole team. But in between Ajagun and the 3 guys up front, there seems to be some sort of understanding.
Yeah, and they've been able to cause problems for every opposition they faced. I believe the same will happen against Uruguay today. But my problem, as always, will still lie in defense. The tactical indiscipline is so obvious.
Schoolboy errors.
Yeah, it's
and once you concede those goals
against it's a very good team and very technical side like Uruguay. But it's going to be a very interesting game, mouth-watering and nail-biting as well. But I definitely, but I feel the Flying Eagles, if they keep it tight at the back and get it right, finishing up their chances and being ruthless up front, they have a very big chance
of going through. Okay, well, that's Olumide's view for you. I hope. I don't like using the word hope. We hope too much. At the end of the day, I hope that we will. I still use the word. Okay, hopefully Nigeria will win today. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about still talking about a FIFA competition, but this time we're stepping up. FIFA sanctions Ethiopia. This is laughable because you wouldn't expect such to happen. A player that has not served out his suspension gets to play a match. The opponents got wind of it. They protested. FIFA sat on it, looked at it, and they discovered it was true. And now they've been docked 3 points, 3.3 goals.
Definitely, the law has to prevail here. We can't ignore these things. The sanctions have to be given if players default, and it's good to see that
countries default. Actually,
sorry, if countries default, and it's good to see that FIFA is not sparing anyone. This time,
but for me, I think this has thrown Group A open, sort of. I think he has. Let's see what it looks like in Group A after that sanction would have taken place. Ethiopia were on 13 points. If you take out 3, brings them. If you take out 3, it brings them to 10. Okay, this is what it will look like if, well, FIFA said they will do what they will do. So this is what it's going to look like. Ethiopia will be on 10, South Africa will be on 8, and I cannot understand why the fans in South Africa are jubilating. They are in.
They're backing it.
They are in with a shout. Botswana, 7 points. Central African Republic totally out of it. But you could feel that any of these 3 teams could just nick it.
Yeah, it's almost certainly going to the wire.
Okay.
South Africa will also be optimistic. They're going to try to make amends for their poor, dismal showing, I would say, so far.
In spite of the structure, the organization, they don't.
And the motivation as well. These South African players are really, they're always encouraged by the South African football